Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner Albert Kempman. Albert, YSU softball. Nothing wrong with about 67, 68% winning in first place.
Yeah, when you say first place at this time of the year,
Yes.
15-3 in the conference.
Ooh.
Congratulations to the Lady Penguins. 29-14 on the year. Looks like they played a schedule getting them ready for
You know what? That's
the conference.
Excellent. I was thinking as you said it, 53, okay, and I'm thinking, that schedule got them ready.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So many.
Lesson learned here, young
Yeah,
people.
so many
Lesson
coaches
learned here.
Play.
Murdering little schools
Yeah.
and everything. Then you get in the league and say, yikes.
And then you try to make excuses, but to the kids saying,
they know.
I thought it was as important we won some games because you you need to play a schedule that has at least 3, 4 tougher games than you're going to see in your conference. You have to.
And multiply that in the playoffs. If you haven't played teams that'll get you ready, it's going to be 15-4. It's going to be 5-0 in the second inning, and you're going to be saying, boy, that pitcher's good, or this. Doesn't matter. You have to play competition.
Yeah, what George is saying there for you high school coaches, open tournaments in basketball. Many people make the playoffs in football these days. Baseball and softball coaches. Don't go into the playoffs and say, we've never played a team that looked like this. It's your job to play a team like that during the season. If you have a team that's going to be in the playoffs, it's your job to get them ready.
And sometimes coaches, you got to push a little bit. Sometimes these ADs, they like that email scheduling. They don't have to do anything.
Oh, it's true,
I'm being honest here. Like, go out and play somebody. Say you take a beating or you get your ego bruised a little bit. You come back and you know what you have. You start trouncing everyone. Softball 10-0, basketball 61-18. I know what's going to happen.
Every single time. So we know that play a schedule that gets you ready. In track and field, we also had some major records at the Mahoning County Track and Field. Louisville senior Michael Baloney, or Balone, as George said, we always want to say your name right on the show.
Yeah.
2 Division II.
I know he got something right, running over those hurdles. He got that part right.
Yes, he did. 14-8.
Well done.
And 39-9. These are all records, by the way. We put the records out. I know there's a lot of second and third place great finishes. We'll give you credit also, but for our show the last half hour and do it right, we try to give to the winners their due. And also the Rockets 4x4 relay team broke a record. That consisted of Baloney, Matt Lucido, Drew Molesky, and Josh Pizzell. Congratulations, guys. When you have a record in any sport, that is well done. Canfield, Ava Littler set a record also in the 100-meter hurdles, 14.6, breaking a 32-year-old mark. And finally, Fitch Jr., Megan Vadas set a new record in the pole vault, 11 feet, a top 25 mark also. So congratulations to those record holders. As we get closer into May, we'll be following the track and field athletes who are trying to get to state in this George likes to say, this big state of Ohio.
Yeah,
you get there.
Yeah, don't apologize for meddling in Ohio or Pennsylvania, one of the big states. Now, Rhode Island, I understand you might put that medal in the back drawer, but Wyoming or something, but not in Ohio. You better be awful good. I was watching that national wrestling the other night, the Olympic trials. My goodness, are you kidding?
Yeah, it's so good. Individuals we talked about, the teams of that, the Fitch girls edged out Borman, and the Borman boys edged out Fitch for the Division I titles. West Branch girls also did well, and the Canfield boys did well. In Division II, South Range boys and girls won the 2020.
A lot happening there. They're good. Good on.
We say that school all the time.
I mean, yeah, if we had one school that has
all
been
the time.
We've been on for a long time, it's them. And then here's a surprise.
Sydney Watts.
I just can't imagine how that happened.
Yeah. When George and I wrote this up, it's tough for other girls to say, wait, they're mentioning Sydney Watts again.
Perfect game.
Well, when you throw a perfect game, you have to say it on the show.
21 up, 21
down.
Yeah,
you have to do it. 12, striking out 12 batters and over 7 innings. That means no one hit the ball very much. The Falcons also had some homing power in that game. Ayla Ray, Abby Toth, Morgan Roby, and the Folkwine and Watts girls.
4 perfect games.
Yes.
I mean, there's so much. I mean, in air, somebody slips throwing the ball.
Could be anything.
Anything. And
I guarantee those balls aren't hit too hard. I remember one of my coaches, baseball coaches said, "Man, we have a good fielding team." And we said, "Jeff, the balls are
nobody hits it. 2
bouncers that come to you. There's nobody smashing the ball, and you have to dive in the hole." Yeah.
No, this is going to sound strange. Only 12 strikeouts.
Yeah, that's true.
She's the team.
Yeah, only.
No.
It's the truth, George.
Just incredible.
We haven't mentioned this sport. And I don't think we've ever mentioned this. In Pennsylvania we have. In Ohio we have not. Girls lacrosse. Mooney buried Louisville 16-5. Ella Zalay, you could tell she's a serious lacrosse player, scoring her 200th career goal in the victory. My gosh, George. She has had to practice immensely. 200 goals.
In some of these games, as you say, a lot of these teams are further along than others. That's how you get those scores.
Oh, yes. In lacrosse,
yeah.
It happens
I remember
all the time.
when we first picked it up. Now, remember, I was still teaching. Now, look at what you're talking about.
Long time
Almost
ago.
20 years.
Yeah.
And there were teams that were so far ahead of the others then. Now, here we are 20 years later.
And
it's here to stay. I mean, it's big. And these little schools, the Westminsters of the world, the Genevas, the Grove Cities, they've added male and female, believe this or not, to get the extra 50 students.
We've talked to somebody.
Yeah, you need full beds.
We know that. Full beds,
it's
rules,
like a hospital.
Division III.
Yeah.
Full bowl, and they want full beds.
They'll be closed. Look at Alderson Broaddus.
Yes. Closed down. Yeah, you need those beds filled, and the best way to fill them is with athletes. And add another sport adds more boys and girls to that bed.
Having trouble staying afloat. West Virginia University. They fired their entire language department. Yeah.
So my daughter went to school.
Yeah, it was different back then.
Mountaineers, let's go Mountaineers.
Yeah, let's have some beers, right?
And last one, Landon Brunstetter, Owen Boone, and Austin Rowe. 3 combined for a perfect game as LeBray beats Liberty. That takes us to the national scene.
Yeah, that's where the big boys hang out. We're going to start with the NBA playoffs. By the way, I was thinking of you the other day. My buddy was saying, he was giving me that routine about how they don't play hard and all this. I said,
I know they play hard.
I says, wait to the playoffs. I said, wait to the playoffs. I said, it's like, remember Gene Steratore, the time he was on talking about the NFL? Same idea. And you could see it too. How about the totals?
Yeah, that's how you know they
How
play
about the totals?
Yeah, the scores go way down because
people keep waiting. I said, you keep waiting for those unders. You're going to be living in a box.
Well, they start defending like crazy. That's
Absolutely.
What they do. Yeah.
And they don't fly in, go to the casino, stay up all night, play Sidney Crosby and leave. They're going to play twice. They're up under him. They know what the other he has on.
Yeah, there is no question about
that.
In
all these sports, the playoff scenario, the 2-3-2 thing is 2-2-1-1-1. Both of them are different because you're playing the same team. Tonight, when they yell Pistons, about 5 guys are going to yell, watch the slip.
Yeah, they know each other so well, and also they don't sub too much as much either.
7.
Yeah, they usually play 7 most of the time. That's right.
You're good. No, and once again, Al and I, we're going to put this mystery out there again. The home team subs.
They don't still play as well. They play great there and don't play on the road.
Pope came off that bench the other night, and the kid from the Lakers they switched play like it was the opposite. He couldn't hit a shot.
Can't figure it out, can you?
No, because
same court, same baskets.
We coached almost 70 years. It's not like we coached 10.
Yeah.
I know it happens, but I can't explain. Can you explain it?
No, I don't have any idea.
We both
I don't, especially the pros. Especially the pros, because the pros should just go play. Yeah. They play in every court in the world.
Yeah.
There should be no, but they can't do. They struggle.
Now let's take that apart a little bit. I watched them all. I have no life, and it was on a Saturday and Sunday, so I might have Gunsmoke on the other set, but I have it on. So I'm watching. I'm going like this now. I realized 7 home teams in a row going into the last game, and Oak City came from behind and made it all.
Oh, yeah. That's why they work for the home court all year.
But Al, it's been, I think, 15 years since it happened, all 8.
Well, that is difficult.
Yeah.
All 8. There's no question about that. Yeah, but I know one thing. Boston wants to be home. Denver wants to be home. Minnesota wants to be home. The best teams.
No.
They want to be home.
We'll take that apart a little bit. I watch the games, And if you said, who's the most vulnerable, I'd say the Knicks, because Embiid, Mr. Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat. There's something wrong with him every minute. This week it was knee and eye. He was going like this. Like the whole, he's laying on the floor. He leaves the basket. But when he's out there, they're better.
Yeah.
But that's a big win.
And the Knicks don't have Randall either, so they wasn't one of their best players. They've won a long time without him. They played without him.
It seems like they're...
I've understood that they played without him, but you want your best players in the playoffs.
And your guy had a bad game. Don't listen. This game 2's coming up before we go to air. That's going to be interesting because DiVincenzo had a horrible game, and so did
Brunson had a really bad game.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So don't count that one out.
Yeah, but I do think Philadelphia can beat them. That's the one you're right. They can beat them.
I put big letters. If Embiid is healthy,
right,
they're dangerous. But you know what? He's not.
He hasn't been.
And if I said to you, I said, Al, give me get a mental picture. Close your eyes. It'd be him laying on the floor, someone working on his back.
Constantly.
That's what I see.
Constant.
And he's
I don't know if he's so big and so. I don't know what the reason is. I mean, he's always hurt. I mean, that's.
Boy, and he's playing for U.S. Olympics. Are the French people mad?
Boy, is he good too, buddy.
Hey,
he is good.
How about when he faces up 7'1", 280? He jab steps you back and he bangs it. If you get too close, he'll go around you, take the contact, and flip it in.
That's him.
That's him in a nutshell.
Yes,
he's fabulous.
That is him.
Now Denver, let's just face it, they're their daddy. They're the Lakers' daddy. LeBron's mad, but guess what, LeBron? They're your daddy.
Yeah, Jokic is the guy. What can you say? He's just so different than anybody else playing. The thing that stands out about him that people are starting to notice and talk about, that he can run the floor all day. You would think somebody looks his built.
Oh, he looks like the fat guy. You know when you used to play at the playground and the guy had his underwears pulled up out of his... Well, guess what? He's not.
He just keeps running.
Running.
And running. And doesn't come out of the game until it's time for him to come out.
I saw him run to the rim the other night after, and he beat Eyebrow down later.
That's surprising how well he can run.
And let's say this, too, from TV. He obviously can move quicker than you think because he gets around those guys. He'll dip that one shoulder, and then that pass at the rim that he throws to Porter.
Perfect all the time.
Forget it.
Yeah, perfect.
He knows the game.
Yeah, he is talented with both hands, knows the game, can shoot threes, rebound the ball. There's nothing he can't do, really.
Is there nothing? No. I would say, and I have a story, might tell you something about his mental makeup. Last year, they were playing the Lakers or Clippers in the afternoon. So they're getting ready to go back on the bus to the hotel. All the guys are up. No one is on the bus but the coaches, the sports writers, and him. He was going back to rest or whatever. He was not out like some idiot.
He wasn't carousing.
No, he wasn't throwing ones at strippers.
No.
You know what I mean? He was.
Yeah.
I mean, not that there's any. I mean, I know you need to go out once in a while, but I think it says something about how focused he is, too. How focused.
Yep.
He was mad last year. He had to stay an extra day for the parade. He wanted to go home and ride horses.
He likes his horses.
I'd hate to be the horse he's riding, though. I will say that. Now, best game of the week by far. OKC and New Orleans went to the last possession. Some careless, sloppy possessions by New Orleans going down. I mean, up until then, it was boom, 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 back and forth.
I watched the first quarter. It was so bad. I think it was 17-7.
Yeah, it was 40 and a half. 42. 42. How about when you have the under? Are you happy?
The game was so bad.
No, it was 42.
Thinking, oh, my gosh.
No.
Yeah, it was really bad.
No, you're absolutely right. A lot of unders.
But you said close, so that's the part you made. You didn't say it was a good game.
I didn't say it was a good game.
It was a close
game.
Because
we talked about that one time. We were doing our radio show, and this guy called in, and he goes, "Man, was that a great game?" And Albert happened to hear part of it. He said, "Wait a minute. 13 missed free throws, 29 turnovers." He said it was a close game.
Not a good game.
It wasn't.
That was that game also, yes, no question.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Now, you can see what's going on, and they've already done it. Because of the amount of unders, they have knocked those totals. Now you're looking at 204, 205.
In the old days, that was normal line.
Yeah.
Not during the year.
With a three-ball
No,
like
the game's changed immensely. Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, I have no idea.
Here, like this, huh? Here's what you do. You close your eyes, unfortunately. No, I'll tell you. I look, and I was saying the other day, and then you have to, they're so low, you have to add them up, 209 and a half, 114, 1. Whoop. half point under. And they're on them, too, by the way. They miss those big ones. The other night, that one for the Lakers in Denver, 232. Ended up like low 200. I mean, they could have played a 5-minute overtime and knocked
Still not over.
No, that's what I'm saying. Now, I still have a mystery, and I got you here because you coached a long time. You're down several possessions, let's say 8-9. Minute 20. Need the ball minimum 4 times. Let him dribble across.
That's your big hang-up. You have that one. That's your one.
Can you explain it to me?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
It doesn't make it. In other words, and then, here's the best one. Are you ready? 9 out of 10 times they foul him with about 2 seconds on the clock. And I'm like, geez Louise, what are we doing?
Well, I saw the Philadelphia Knicks game. I'd fire the Philadelphia coach. He won a championship. Down 5. And let them dribble the clock all
Who
out.
are we now?
No, I want to ask him what.
Please.
It's a 5-point
So
game.
you saw it too. We didn't talk.
It's a 5-point game.
He needed the ball twice. But if you let him dribble the whole 24, you're not going to get it back twice.
He let them dribble the whole clock out, not just 24.
I got you.
I'm talking about there was still 15 seconds left, down 5.
Yeah.
He let them dribble the clock out, lose the game.
Yeah.
What do you, Coach Nurse? That's his name, Nurse.
Yeah.
I have no idea what he was thinking.
Now, I had one the other day. I didn't talk to you because you were on the run. I had one, but I was leery because of the Doc Rivers effect. I looked at that game. Indiana favored at Milwaukee. Milwaukee playing awful. It just looked like one of those motos, master of the obvious. And you didn't even have to watch if you. And by the way, I understand being a quote-unquote offensive team, but you can't play in a skirt. Indiana Pacers.
You don't like the way they play?
Oh, Jesus. Albert, you know how you walk in the yard and somebody has a dog and you get that soft on your sneaker? That's their defense. Now, Dallas, the numbers say no, but I watched that game yesterday, too. Whooping. Your boy killed him. Harden killed him.
Yeah, but he's on.
See, I put on Twitter. I like to put it on the night before, so there's no, who doesn't know afterwards. I love this game. I'm afraid if it were Doc Rivers or Calipari, I'd be nervous, but I just thought it was a perfect spot. You know, and what did Lillard have? He only had 35 at half.
Yeah, no, that's how you win.
Yeah, he only had
35 points at halftime.
He was shooting shots, Albert.
Yeah, 35
You're not
points at
supposed to
halftime.
shoot out there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You're not supposed to shoot. Dame, 35 at the half. Weakest was Dallas in terms of the effort. They got crushed. And they had been playing good.
You told me they were playing good ball.
Listen to it. Now, I got to ask you this. Because I'm going to do some investigating. I just heard this stat this morning. Usage, in other words, ball hog is the usage. It's the new term now, usage. He's only 50th all time.
Who is?
Doncic. Who had the ball other than possibly the guy you didn't like,
Steve
Nash?
Uh-huh.
Who were those other 49?
I don't know how they're measuring.
But I want to find out because guess what? It didn't work yesterday, and he had 31 points. Shot like 6 for. I mean, it was awful.
No,
they were never in the game.
His shooting percentage was so bad. Like I looked at it. You don't have to look it up.
Oh, absolutely. Because you have a thing for him.
Why would you? Why wouldn't you have 30-some points? He shot 26 times.
No, absolutely. No.
And he made
I
6.
can't say a word.
And
no, I can't.
so,
how do you argue with that? I can't argue with that. The man was 6 for 20-something.
What's the objective of a player?
Yeah.
To make the rest of the team better.
You can't get better watching them.
No.
And that's all they do.
They stand and watch. The only time they receive the ball from him, if they double team him.
Yeah, he gets
If
stymied.
not, he's going to fire a fadeaway 3.
And Kyrie had a big game, and it still didn't matter. Now, the Shark Tank Bully, he was at the game. I saw the Shark Tank Bully. He should be embarrassed to put a team out. Yeah.
Well, they've been playing good all year, like you said.
No, they have been. No, I admitted it.
Yeah.
I admitted
Not
it.
yesterday. Not the first game.
No, because they were 5-4. That's supposed to be the game of the week.
Right.
No. You're dead on. I can't argue. And I stood up for him. I stood up for him when he played well. I can't stand up for that. I don't know what that was.
But that's what I understand. I'm not going by one game.
That's right. He may come back and have 55.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we'll have to.
You know what's interesting about a Milwaukee game? But he had 35 in the half and scored 0 in the second half.
Oh, he had. I didn't know he had 0. I knew he didn't score a lot.
0.
I'll be dang.
It's an amazing stat.
Yeah, because the first half, you had to see what he was doing. You had to see at the end of the quarter. Like the other night, I'm watching LeBron, and I'm thinking, like he got the ball, like right on the other side of half court with like 3. I'm like, these dudes are backing up too far. Boom, boom. Now, this guy is so strong, that's a jumper.
Yeah, he can shoot that
That's
ball.
not a launch. Like, I'd launch that.
Yeah.
The same with Lillard. He took a jumper.
He always does.
And guess what?
He
You know
always
what?
does.
Wham.
Yeah, I'll give James credit this year, LeBron.
Oh, the
He
shooting.
shoot much better from 3. He's still not a good free throw shooter, though.
No.
I'm talking about dead eye.
But when you're over 40.
He's not a dead eye.
No.
He shot the 3 really well.
And when
this
you're
year.
over 40 from 3, you should be
He
a
shot
dead
the ball
eye.
really good 3 this year.
No. We've been hard on his shooting, but everything else is good. Now, here, this is draft week. We've had our special. Hopefully, people enjoyed it. Let's say this. 2 things. One, there's a lot of misinformation. A lot of people are trying to, like Tomlin did with that guy saying that he wanted that guy from Mississippi Valley State or something. He never wanted him. And the other is you can't assess it the next day. It's going to take 4 or 5 years. Some of these guys are going to develop, and some of these guys are going to be delivering pizza.
Yeah, most of us are good assessors right off the bat, and that includes me. You watch him for 2 years and he stinks. Then all of a sudden, by year 5, he's really good. You have to let it play out a little bit.
Right.
I
agree.
do understand this, that some of them are coming up a lot younger than others. Some are coming out as old as quarterbacks in the league right now.
Oh, wait, hold it. I got one the other day. I was going to text you, I forgot. The Louisville quarterback. He's in his 7th year. He had to postpone his wedding for the spring game. No, I forgot.
That means he's as old as some of the quarterbacks in the league, no doubt.
Very
like
close.
Fields and those guys, right? Yeah.
That stinking guy from Baltimore, he's been in the league 5 years. He and Pickett are the same age.
There you go. Yes.
No, absolutely. And he's been MVP twice. Now, this year's draft, what do we got it loaded with? Linemen and receivers?
And the quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks going right there, like that with a quarterback. Hey, I think my boy climbed a little. I think they're a little too enamored. I liked them, but I wasn't post-toasties over them.
McCarthy.
My God, they got him into Johnny Unitas. I mean, could he please do something?
I'd like to know what they did, what they saw that made him go up crazily. I have no idea.
I know Harbaugh ran his mouth, but that only goes so far, right?
I don't think Harbaugh's taking him either. So let's see how
That's the best part. I thought of that the other day. They said
he's so good.
They said he was pushing up. I said, well, if he's that good, why doesn't he take
Trade
him?
Herbert and
Trade Herbert and find out who's better.
Take JJ.
That'd be. You'd be on the way out fast, wouldn't you? That'd be the quickest 1 year thing ever.
That's funny.
I think QB's first 4 picks, don't you? And then Ohio State.
I think so.
Sounds right.
Mm-hmm. I think
Okay,
so.
well,
They're all hoping. They're all hoping.
And whatever happened there with the Washington Redskins, they may have too many cooks in the kitchen.
They've always
They
had.
got
They always
magic,
have.
but it's a whole new regime.
Yeah, but they always have somebody.
No,
You have to have somebody.
No, Albert, I can't argue with you. Belichick's going to be on with Pat McAfee. They're doing a thing on YouTube. Like they're going to do like they're the 33rd team. Remember, he got a lot of dirt for those last couple of years because he stunk. But he was the GM during all the good teams too. I mean, you have to be both sides. I didn't, I never thought of that.
Mm-hmm. He's a GM.
I have to.
He'll know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
There's no question about that.
Now, a lot of salary cap.
Where does McAfee come from, by the way?
Oh God, they threw.
He's on everything.
You see how much money they threw at him?
That's what I'm saying.
You wouldn't want to know.
It'd
make you sick. No,
I won't watch
if I
one second
told
of
you
it.
what they pay, by the way, he cleaned the language up.
He was told to.
I said that. I told you that I wouldn't watch him.
The millions.
Oh,
the
yeah.
millions he was spending.
Yeah, but he was cussing like a sailor.
I'll talk how you want me to talk.
But my point is, I wouldn't watch him. I wouldn't listen on.
He's so unbelievable.
On Sirius, but now he's cleaned it up. About the league, we need to do a little, critique of the league because of the amount paid to the stars, the Mahomes, the Kelce.
Right.
There's no money left. That's why it's a league full of undrafted, late round and free agent players. A lot of people don't understand that because of the cap, Al.
Yeah, Jeff has told us that.
We have
George
a buddy
is a really
who's
good
an
friend,
agent. Buddy Al's
and I
an
get to know
agent.
him now.
Yeah.
He explains it to us. He said, there's not enough money to go around. So,
Who's the money go to whom? The stars.
yeah. So the free agents come in.
Yeah.
Are an important part. They study it up. They don't want to make mistakes with free agents either. They're going to try to sign as many as they can, and many good ones as they can, because if they can fill the roster up with them on special teams, George, then all of a sudden they field something without paying a lot of money.
And it's like preseason last year. Steelers learned the hard way. They looked like the Chargers of Don Coryell
They could ask us.
in exhibition.
They could
I
ask
told
us.
Al, said, Petey.
Preseason.
Don't be
Please,
fooled.
please.
Those guys are all driving Ubers now.
I had two guys, Steelers fans, text me, said they're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
I said, Bobby and Joe.
What are you going by?
What are you looking? Do you know they don't prepare one bit on defense?
Not one bit, not one game plan, not one thing.
No.
Yeah.
They line up 11 guys and say, let's see what you can do.
And the best part is, they want the game over so badly, they'll go for too late because they don't want to play anymore.
They don't want to win.
No, it's pretty
Yes.
bad when they don't want to play anymore.
Yes.
NCAA football, Albert's been on this airwave for a year, and he's given you the characteristics of spring football, and he nailed it as he always did. What's number one?
Well, you got to find a quarterback.
Gotta have a quarterback.
There's no question about that.
It is the premier position.
3 quarterbacks,
in
2
sport.
quarterbacks, you have no quarterback.
We need a quarterback.
No injuries.
No injuries.
And get depth.
You need
But I'll tell you, I've been at a fourth one. It's not true in every sport. You got to recruit your own players like crazy.
Keep them.
Because of that second teamer, like right now in Texas.
Oh, no.
What are they saying
Yeah.
to Manning to keep him there? What can they
I know what they're saying.
What they can be saying? It has to be money.
Absolutely. And he gives it to charity anyway.
That's what it has to be money.
No, it is.
Because there are players leaving every
These
which way.
Penn State guys, Buell's driving around in a Mercedes up to. Why would he stay?
Yeah.
There's one reason.
So that's the number 4. You're recruiting your own players to try to keep them there.
No.
Yeah, no question.
And in March, Manning had a monster game down there. He's going to give him something to think about.
But he's not playing.
No, unless something.
Ewers
would have to get hurt.
He's the number 1 pick in the draft.
Ewers would have to get hurt.
Yeah.
Let's look at a little baseball. I know it's only April, but I know when you win every night, it matters. Indians.
Tribes.
Oh, I couldn't. Guardians. My bad.
I said Tribes.
I got you into it. That was my fault.
That's
I'll
all
take
right. No,
the
I
blame
still
for
call
it.
him that. That's okay.
Pirates haven't hit in a week.
Yeah, when you don't hit, you have no chance to win. You have no chance to win at all.
And let me tell you,
One run is not going to win every game.
this is my thing too, the mental aspect of being behind before you come to bat 3 out of 4 or 5 days.
It's hard every day, huh?
Oh, does that irk me? I'd like to jump into that screen off of Keller and say, Mitch, please, just once.
Give us one
Get him
inning.
out in the top of the first. Maybe we'll get a run. I know it's doubtful, but you never know. And I'm looking yesterday. You were on the go, so I didn't even bother. 4 and 5 hitters. 170
Oh, yeah.
and 180.
I know.
I mean, I know there's, see,
That's how they can't win.
yeah,
I mean,
I'm
that's the way
saying,
they're hitting.
I know there are 170 and 180 hitters, but they're not batting 4th or 5th.
On their team, they're hitting below 140 for the whole week. So there's nobody here.
And just the conjecture here, too, it seems like the more they baby these pitchers, the more they get hurt, as a league-wide.
It's fact. It's based on fact.
Okay, miscellaneous, we got about a minute and a half. 2,000 dudes in the basketball portal. Now,
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, they're not all finding a spot.
No, we've said that for years.
Could you miss a real
We
good
said
one?
this one. It's going to happen.
That's what I said.
I'll say they're not going to miss as many as you think, though, because the assistant coaches are on that thing every minute.
Oh, they have a guy in charge of it.
Yeah.
Hey, the problem with the Pirates, are they going to send the number 1 pick? That guy was number 1, not for them. Number 1. They can send that catcher
They
back
have
now.
to. They have to. While he's hitting.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, they have to.
And for the
And, you know, as we said, if 2 number 1 picks make it,
yeah.
everybody's happy. So
Yeah.
the baseball draft is the one.
No.
Don't matter where they're picked.
What was
It doesn't matter where they're picked.
no? Where was
you
Piazza?
think they're going to be?
Piazza, the 88th round
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Hey, Caitlin Clark jersey already passed the quarterback for Jacksonville in sales, so you know
Yeah,
that
she's
that's
taking over that.
It really has. Last thing, women's golf. We never say a word. Just Nelly Corda, 5 in a row. Nelly, please give someone a chance.
That's really impossible, really.
No,
These are professionals.
these are the best of the best of
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah. Congratulations.
And Scotty Scheffler, there are no words.
He's Tiger right now. Yeah.
Hey, thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. We'll see you next week.